Hello everybody and welcome to the fourth game of the Advanced Wars Tournament series. Today we have a mirror matchup between Tepho and Trix. Tepho banned Jake in no maps, while Trix banned Sammy, Hyphon, Birds on a Wire, and Normandy. So they end up playing on Hidden Edge, which is an older map, an older fog ladder map. Currently we don't have a lot of the maps on the map, but this one was even older, I think. It's around the time I started playing, this map was on the ladder, and I think it's a really interesting map. So let's see how this game pans out. Tepho is the first to play, and he gets infantry, of course. Early game is pretty predictable, let's say, put it that way, repetitive. And in this map, I mean, Trix goes for this capture here. I don't know if that's that great, but you get an early edge on income, I think. But sometimes it's nicer to just take those properties that are more distant first. So yeah, Tepho is not capturing this one for now. This base here is really nice because you get a capture chain with those two cities. Yeah, his two is not capturing this one, so that's the difference for now on their play, I think. And of course Trix has an extra infantry. I mean, now he doesn't because it's his turn and he didn't buy yet. But he gets a tank and does a base skip. Okay. So generally the conflict is around those seal towers, cone towers here. There's one on the bottom and one on the top. I think generally this player gets this cone tower, and I mean, I think at first this player on the right gets the bottom one and the one on the left gets the top one, but he tends to switch eventually. But this is the strong side of the player on the right, and this is the strong side of the player on the left, right? Because of the double bases, but there's this airport that changes the map a little bit. Copters are pretty decent, I think, on this map, but only later on. You can also get a lot of artillery around here. Tepho has two tanks already around his cone tower, the one on the top. And Trix has this tank here, kind of going to the middle, and this artillery on the bottom as well. So Trix has a capture advantage already. But I think maybe Tepho is able to equalize that next turn. Yeah, because he's really delaying his inner captures, let's put it that way, the ones closer to his bases. So he has a tank moving around this cone tower here. And he's starting to capture the airport. So he sees Trix is capturing the cone tower, but he can't do much, right? Can't do. And Tepho got another tank. Trix is starting to capture those properties towards the center, so he's going more for presence on the center, which is good positionally, but Tepho is already ahead in income. Though Trix is capturing 3 properties and Tepho only 1. Tepho goes in, kills the tank with his 2 tanks. And yeah, this is infantry here just getting destroyed by the others. And Tepho is kinda getting some vision here, starting to attack on this other con tower where Trix has. So he builds a mech here, interesting. He's pretty good on those mountains. And he also gets a recon and a tank on top. Trix is now going to get his airport. And he's gonna fight back a bit on his con tower. Tepho actually has a lot of infantry around here. But I think overall Trix should be winning because of the tanks, of course. I think maybe Trix should build an anti-air here because a copter could be bad, and Tepho gets this artillery here. I don't know what he was doing, like, on this turn. Okay, so he just... I don't know if I agree with the move, like, you see? Like, a tank here can already see, I don't know if he knew that the vision range is 3 for tanks, but I mean, you should know this type of stuff. Right? So he just took some pretty bad damage on the artillery. The recon is coming in to help deal with the infantry, I think, and get some vision. He's pulling back here with the infantry that he still has, but this one is probably dead anyway, so he gets double tank on top. So Trix is fighting back a bit with his tank here and gets a bit of damage with the artillery as well. He has an artillery here, so I think those properties should go to him pretty easily. But I think he's gonna start losing those properties here, and maybe even this base eventually. So Trix also has a mech. I don't know when that happened. Probably last turn because it's 2 spaces away from the base. And he's pulling this back to here, so nothing too out of the ordinary, I think. Tepho is capturing this, as I said it would happen, and now it's attacking. He is attacking with all he's got here on top. I think overall, yeah, Tepho is winning, I think. Even though they're basically even on captures, Tepho should be getting those here. Since he's going all in on top, it's gonna be very tricky for Trix to hold on here. While Trix kinda has some presence on the center, I mean, he can get those captures that Tepho is really delayed on, I think. Yeah, he's starting to get those. So Trix goes for the power, for some extra movement. Now he gets some engagements there, stopping those captures. And he comes in with the copter, really nice. I don't think any of them has anti-air yet. They're just going for the tanks and the artillery for the most part. So the battle copter is really nice. And Tepho builds some tanks. I mean Trix. the both names with T are starting to confuse me quite a bit. I don't know if I like this capture, but he goes for the join, maybe to get some funds. He moves his tank a bit back since the copter is here, but I think this copter probably will shoot this tank soon. So we get this capture finally. He's moving his max here. I don't know, this engagement wasn't too great. He did like 4 damage to this infantry, but he took 2, so actually he took more economic damage. Trix is going in with his tanks, and Tepho built an artillery and an anti-air here finally. The reactive anti-air is pretty bad to see, for the most part. But this map is quite short, so I don't think it will be too much of a problem. Though Tepho is really losing his foothold on top, and Trix is really starting to capture all this stuff here, I think. Trix go for tank, anti-air, and artillery. Tepho uses his superpower, so he has 2 extra movement, but he can't quite get the copter yet with the anti-air. And Trix also can see, right, this anti-air moving. He goes for some tank-on-tank violence here. He shoots this artillery, pretty important, so he can keep his presence there. He has an artillery moving in as well. He's getting that other property he was missing. I think it's the only property that's left to capture in the game. The mech moves in, does some really nice damage on the tank. That was great. I think mechs on Adder can be pretty good. I mean, he's probably one of the best CEOs with mechs other than Sammy. Mech the unit, not the CEO mech. Mechs. So right now Tepho is winning in capture, but he's losing unit count, and that's getting worse as Trix is killing a bunch of stuff. Oh, sorry. Trix got another tank on top, so he really wants to fight this here, and he's doing quite a great job. Like this battlecopter really did some work. He has the anti-air here, nice, because he didn't see a copter yet, but it's nice to have that. And he's really going to start capturing everything here, though those mechs are doing some work for Tepho as well. So Tepho is fighting here, kills the battlecopter finally. Now he's getting the artillery. I don't know if that's a great move, because this tank can probably kill this, but whatever. The mechs are killing some stuff on the bottom. It's kinda hard to see everything because of the size of the map, and it's really vertical. So yeah, Tepho gets 1 battlecopter, a tank, infantry. Trix build tanks and recon. He shoots the anti-air, so I think he's gonna get a copter next turn probably. And yeah, he really has more stuff now here, the tanks and everything. He goes for the power mid-turn, really interesting. He gets a decent engage, I think, on this infantry, then yeah, pulls his one back to repair, kills the mech, really good. And this artillery here, I don't know if I agree the mech can attack it next turn, and I think it can see, because it's true vision range mechs and infantry have, I think. Yeah, he can see, so I mean, this artillery is kinda dead. But there's a lot of infantry here as well, so maybe he wants Tepho to move in with the mechs. He doesn't attack the artillery, attacks the infantry stand. I don't know about that. He shoots the tank with the weak artillery. Gets a really good engage here with those tanks. Hides this one tank. And yeah, they're really fighting on top a lot. And Trix kills the battlecopter with the anti-air right away. Kills another tank here, kills infantry, kills another tank. So I think Trix is in a really good spot now, because he's kinda... I mean, they're trading a lot here on this front, but this front clearly Trix is winning. And I think it's mostly due to this battlecopter and the anti-air interactions, because Trix got this early copter and it did a lot of damage, and then he had the anti-air ready for the copter of Tepho that came in really late. So yeah, they're trading here again. Tepho is killing a bunch of stuff. I think he could shoot this one tank down, right? It probably would be good for vision, denying some vision. The mechs move there, and he gets a tank and the copter. So Trix goes for another side slip. He gets this base, and this copter is doing some work on the tank there. He gets the tank. on the shoulder and kills another one in the city. So right now Trix really has a big unit lead, 24 to 14, and he didn't even buy yet, so he's pulling a bit back here and coalescing his forces, I think, to do a big push. And I think here's where Tepho resigns. For some reason, the replay player is always bugging when people resign. I mean, half of the time. I don't know what's really going on, but basically it's kind of hard. They were both on the same income, 20k, but Trix just took way better fights, I think. All thanks to the battle copter and the anti-air that he built early on. So copters are pretty good in this map, and if you get one, you can do some serious work as long as the enemy doesn't have the anti-air ready. In this case, Tepho got the bad end of it on both swings. He lost his copter quite quick here, and also lost a bunch of things to the early copter of Trix. So that was it. So I think Tepho didn't win a game yet, and this is the first game Trix wins, I believe. And that's it. I see you guys next time. Subscribe and like, and let's go to the last games of the group.